You didn't have to. Hi, Brian. Oh, yeah. And just
All right. Hey, everybody, we'll go. Regular scheduled meeting of virtual Borough Council. With this, I pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. As the roll call, join me in a moment of silence, remembering newer police officer who was murdered this weekend. His family museum finds it's very difficult. Thank you very much. This meeting is being held in compliance with New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act and advertised in the retrospect. Bulletin board downstairs. All official borough social media channels. I ask if you have a cell phone, please pop it onto silent. If you need to speak with somebody while we're conducting business in council chambers, so outside of the council chambers. Roll call, please.
Mr. Benjamin.
Here.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Present.
Mr. McLean.
Yes.
Mr. Perno. Mr. Sprazza. Mr. Woods.
Here. Thank you very much. Got a form.
We do.
Let's see that. All right. Exciting evening. Here we're going to go a little bit out of order, council. Okay. First item on the agenda is resolution 2537, which is approving the hire of police officer Bradley Moore. Do I have a motion? So moved. Second. Mr. McLean with the first, Mr. Woods with the second. Any comment? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Benjamin.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
McLean.
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes. Thank you very much. All right. So, Mr. Moore. To the Officer Moore, swear you in, come on up. We're just going to hold Bible here. For you in. Left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Bradley Moore,
Solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
justly perform
all of the duties
all the duties
of Borough Commercial Police Officer
of Borough Commercial Police Officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. and
Thank
welcome. Okay. Next item is something that in the now 11 years that I've been mayor, I have not had an opportunity to do yet, but I'm happy to be able to bring both Corporal Regabudo and Officer Queen up to provide them proclamations. And Chief Grassi, if you would please come up too. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen who are here joining this evening, we have the honor of recognizing these two officers here whose quick thinking, courage, and dedication to duty directly resulting in saving of a life. On December 20th, 2024, Corporal Austin Regabudo and Officer John Queen responded to a distress call at a residence in the borough involving an unresponsive individual who had no pulse and was not breathing. Without hesitation, these officers took immediate action, demonstrating exceptional skill and composure under pressure. Through their decisive intervention, administering CPR and additional life-saving first aid measures, these officers ensured that a life was not lost that day. Corporal Regabudo and Officer Queen's actions embodied the very essence of their duty to serve and protect, no matter the circumstances. It is with great pride we present the life-saving commendation, which the Chief has here, Corporal Austin Regabudo and Officer John Queen, in recognition of their extraordinary bravery and dedication. Gentlemen, your heroism is an inspiration to us all. Congratulations, and thank you for your unwavering commitment to our community. Thank you very much. Council, each of you, again, thank you very much for everything that you do, what you did that day to save that life. This one. All right. These want some pictures, so let's get some pictures.
You step back a step, there you go. Or you step
Oh,
forward.
you're in. We're all.
We're all in. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right. Now, before I get started with the regular agenda, please don't feel like you have to stay for the rest of this. This is quite boring. So if you were here to see Officer Moore this morning or for the commendation, please feel free. You won't offend us. Just want to be- Can you stay hold? 5 minutes. All right, council, we'll get back into the regular work here. Next item on the agenda is the public portion of the meeting and public forward. Topic, board statement, name, address, correct.
Good evening, Honorable Borough President and the Borough Council. You may recall, I'm not sure, I was here in December, essentially seen the meeting, and I was brought to the attention of Borough Council. What is essentially an attractive nuisance has become much also more of a public nuisance as of late. As you may recall, one of my neighbors has set up a portable basketball net, not on the property in the driveway, like a lot of my neighbors have now done since raising this attention to it. I've had 4 neighbors set up basketball courts actually in the driveway, plenty of room. Kids are playing there, they're out the street. It's not a nuisance, not a problem. Okay, you can hear some noise. That's on their property, it's out of the way. Unfortunately, the neighbor that's directly across from me still has not decided to do anything about the fact that she has this basketball net out here. And now the kids that are playing out on the net are coming all over. It's not just kids she knows. She comes home, she sees like 10 kids out there playing basketball hoops. She doesn't even acknowledge them, she just looks and then turns to us. I tried to reason with her, I tried to say it's dangerous, and I brought some photos because pictures speak 1,000 words. So this is how the net is situated. And as you can see, it's like right against the edge of the curb, actually out over the street. It's and that's not even, I don't believe, her private property that's actually situated on. So I think that area is the public side of the curb. I could be wrong about that, but it's clearly between the public side of the curb and out of the street. And this gives you a perspective of how it's situated in front of the home out of the street. And as you can see, she has a very large driveway that's very ample. It goes all the way to the back. There's even more space at the back of the driveway. This long driveway here. And all of my neighbors, that's where they've set up the kids out of the street. This is an example of the kids playing there at night. And as you can see, the cars come right by. They're like small kids. Some of them are as young as like 5, 6, 7 years old. These cars come by at night. It's not particularly well lit at night. In fact, here's a video. You're going down the street. This is at night, turning off the vehicle onto Morris. And not only will you be able to see the net, it comes up at you right at the last minute. One of the officers that was called to the scene one night also stated that they shipped it to the council. So that's what I've done. You can see you almost have to actually walk on the net to see it. And at night, these kids are out there, playing ball. Sometimes as late as 9, 9:30. They start usually around like 4 o'clock. This is these are the kids out there playing, and as you can see, they frequently trespass onto my cousin's property across the street. They run onto their lawn, they dribble the basketball on the lawn. When they're out there playing in the street, the ball several times has hit parked vehicles on the lawn. My aunt and uncle, which live next door, they have a son, a Bronco, was hit with the ball just today. And because they're kids. And this is what you hear when you're out there. And now they're not only bringing like one basketball there at night, they're bringing multiple basketballs. and there's multiple kids. So they'll bring 2 to 3 basketballs, do round robin, there's groups of 10, 5 to 10 of them. Now, I want to point out that there is a public basketball court just around 4 blocks down. I can't recall the name of the street. It's the name of that street that goes by the 7-Eleven that's down there. That's near that the middle school. Like you go right down the street there, that thoroughfare. There's like actually a public basketball court there, and there's also another one right at the community center. And also, as I said, my other neighbors have business today. So what they've done today is you'll see there's about 4 or 5 of them out there today. They've had 2 basketballs. They were throwing it back and forth, and they also decided, since it's now their playground on the street, to also bring a football that they were like throwing around today. That's like a football and a basketball. And as you can see, there's still traffic going by this even during the day. These kids have to like run out of the way, or step out of the way. And some of those cars, when they turn Bowling Street there and they make that left on the course, they're not slowing down. They're running the stop sign, they're swinging that left, and trying to get out to Maple Avenue. So it's really become, again, a nuisance and dangerous situation. This is my my neighbor across the street on Bowling. And as you can see, I don't know if you can tell here in the picture I have here, but he has the basketball court set up at the end of his driveway. This is my other neighbor there, who's put the basketball court at the end of their driveway where the kids play, their kids play. That's our next door neighbor. And I have 2 other neighbors that have also set up the basketball courts at the end of their driveway. So what I've done, Your Honor, is I've prepared for the Borough Council's review. I've prepared a proposed ordinance to address this issue, which basically says that when a party puts up a portable basketball net like this, and part of the net actually extends over and out to the street, thus essentially obstructing the right of way, that's prohibited. That if they have a private property, they have a driveway, the net has to be placed on their private property in the driveway, so it's out of the right of way. Can I pass this around to the council members? To oppose draft or you can pass just for the record, you address. Yes, my name is Edmund M. Arrowstein. I reside at 130 Moore Street, Richmond, New Jersey. And again, I am a 3rd generation family in Merchantville. Actually, I found out I was 4th generation the other day because I ended up with my great grandfather also 2 blocks down the road. So I definitely like to find amicable solutions. These are my neighbors. I certainly don't want to make enemies with my neighbors. Our whole entire life, we've never had an issue like this. Never had a neighbor just put up a court like this and invite everybody from the neighborhood to just come in and use it at all times. Again, these aren't our children. These are kids coming in. It's obstructing a public street, and as you know, that street becomes incredibly narrow because you have parking on one side, and then the vehicles pass between the parked cars on the left, and then the curved area. So especially at night, it's again, it's a really dangerous condition. And to be very honest, we constantly hear the pounding of multiple basketballs at all hours, and that's a nuisance. I mean, when it goes on from 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. at night, that's just not right. That's not how people in this town are more courteous than that to each other. I love this town. I love living here. I think the council and the mayor did a great job creating a peaceful, enjoyable environment. But this is an owner that just could care less what happens, outside of her property. She put the net up. She's never around. And when she does come in, like I said, she just looks over the kids and then just goes into her house. She doesn't know who they are. So I'm pleading, with the borough council, please pass something that's reasonable, that addresses this issue, and that prevents these kids from being out on the street at all hours with set forth this woman's on her property. Like I said, 5, 6 my neighbors, they all have basketball courts, and I drove around Richmond. I drove around Bowling, I drove around all the way down Morris. I also drove to other areas, and I have not seen anyone that's put a basketball court on the curb like this woman has. I haven't seen it. Westminster has 3 of them. Pardon? Westminster has 3 of them. Westminster is a Westminster Avenue. Okay, just like that. 3 of them in the street. Or are they used by the children of the owner, or I don't know. I didn't want to use the basketball nets. So am I the only resident that's ever come forward? We've never had anybody come forward on this issue.
We did, after you came in December, we researched other communities, not a single one. I mean, look, if you can find somebody who has an ordinance on the books about this, not a single one.
Well, what do
Not
you,
even the gyms people would call the Haddonfields and the Collinswoods, the other places that they think are maybe better than Merchantville.
so it's not reasonable to ask them to connect to their driveway with
Well,
kids by their property?
It's not an ordinance currently. Okay. You're asking us now to provide a proposed ordinance that would appear to solve your problem.
Well, we
We
don't have
haven't
some,
we have yet, and I don't know. I know that the chief went out and looked at some of the public safety issues there that you were concerned with. I don't recall us finding public safety issues as a result of these children utilizing the group there. I mean, the chief is right here, and I asked him to stay for 5 minutes, because I figured this conversation would come up.
so at night in limited lighting, these little kids are on the street, 6, 7, 8 years old, and they're playing out there. The cars are coming down Moore Street, you know how quickly they come off Owen Street, that's not a danger to these kids.
I think anybody walking in the street should be conscious of
But
vehicles.
that's anybody, these
And
are
it's
little
it's
kids.
also the responsibility of your parents.
Well, they're not there, that's, Mary, that's the problem.
To go back and forth here.
But that's the problem, because parents aren't there. None of these kids' parents are there. There's nobody supervising the children. And so who's responsible?
So these
It would be
kids,
the owner, right?
these children are engaging in a recreational activity, not harming anybody, not defacing anything.
They are creating a public nuisance, number one.
That's your suggestion, it's a public nuisance. Not defacing anything, not creating problems with our community. Just understand, on the whole, when we're dealing with young folks, with juveniles who are running around town, or maybe potentially doing things to make the town worse, these kids are in the street,
So trespassing.
they're in the public right of way. They might go on, I guess, to your uncle's land.
And they did
to-
sometimes as well as needed property.
Okay, so are they damaging your property? Are they harming your property? You have civil remedies if you so choose, as I'm sure you know.
Well, that's what I wanted to avoid. I wanted to avoid having to bring people like a nuisance lawsuit against my neighbor somewhere.
Oh, because you want us to be able to do that. That's clearly what's going on.
Clearly not, because it could be resolved if council would take some sort of action.
And I don't believe, I mean, the council is free to take whatever action they want. We went through this, we looked at ordinances, there are none, and not a single other community that we could find.
That's all.
that does one. Okay, there's not a single other one we could find. We researched it, I had my staff do that, not able to find anything restricted or prohibited these being in the street or on the grass curb, in the right of way, there was nothing. The chief went out and had his people do a public safety review. He found no public safety issues. If there's an ordinance in town that requires people to be in by 10 p.m., I believe, juveniles be in by 10 o'clock. If they're after 10 o'clock, there's things that are actionable that we would be able to do. And so I will ask council, based upon your request, that we review the proposed ordinance. But I don't know, I mean, I don't personally see it the way you see it.
Well, I don't know Westminster, not what it's set up there, and I don't know why the meetings, because they have a lack of private driveway, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much traffic Westminster gets, or how quickly the traffic is. I'm also unaware of how many children actually gather there to use those hoops, but when you have 5 to 10 children who are underage and not being supervised by any adult out at night while there's traffic passing through Moore Street, and I should have marked that street from being one of your officers, you can comment on that. I do believe it presents a problem, a traffic nuisance, and that if a child, God forbid, is injured in the future, we may not think that's going to happen, but in these conditions, it could happen. You know, I think an ounce of prevention is what I'm cure. And I'm just asking the council to take reasonable steps to say that if you have a private driveway on your property, that's where the hoop should be placed. If you have a roof, if people want to use a portable, I don't know, they need a bigger port or something, they need an entire street where you have to pretend that it's sharp, but happening where I live, then, you know, maybe remove it at the end of the day. If they're during daytime hours, it has to be placed back in the driveway and use that person to be responsible. But just having this nuisance out there that's attracting children, because children don't know any better, and they're just out there at all hours, especially at night when traffic doesn't get by. I do think that's a danger. Thank you. All right. And close the public portion of the meeting. We'll go to the public hearing on ordinance 2502, amending chapter 25. Please, and then the public wishes come forward to speak on this ordinance or state name and address. Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing on ordinance 2502 and we'll move towards adoption of ordinance 2502, amending chapter 25. Please, do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Woods with the first, Mr. Sherrill with the second. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call please.
Mr. Benjamin,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. McLean,
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes.
Thank you, Council. Next item, public hearing on ordinance 2503, which is amending chapter 68, property maintenance. Anyone here who wants to speak on that ordinance, because the court state name and address for the record. Okay, hearing none, close that portion of the meeting. We'll move towards adoption of ordinance 2503, amending chapter 68, property maintenance. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Fitzgerald with the first, Mr. Woods with the second. Discussion. Hearing none, roll call please.
Mr. Benjamin,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald. Mr. McLean,
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda, public hearing on ordinance 2504, amending chapter 29, fire prevention. Anyone who wishes to come forward to speak on that ordinance, please come forward, state your name and address. Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing on ordinance 2504, and we'll move to adoption of ordinance 2504, amending chapter 20, fire prevention. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Woods with the first, Mr. Fitzgerald with the second. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call please.
Mr. Benjamin.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. McLean,
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda, public hearing on ordinance 2505, amending chapter 73, streets and sidewalks. Anyone from the public wishes to come forward to speak on this ordinance, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Hearing and seeing none, we'll close that portion of the meeting. And we will go towards adoption of ordinance 2505, amending chapter 73, streets and sidewalks. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Woods is the first, and Mr. Flynn second. Any discussion on this? Roll call, please.
Mr. Benjamin.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald. Mr. McLean,
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. And finally, public hearing on ordinance 2506, amending chapter 52, littering. Anyone in the public would speak on that ordinance, please report, state your name and address for the record. Hearing none. Close the public portion of the meeting. We'll move to adopt ordinance 2506, amending chapter 53. Do I have a motion?
Second.
First, Mr. Jones, second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Benjamin.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
McLean,
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is the approval of minutes. First meeting is the February 10th, 2025 regular council meeting. All who are present to see. Vote on these by the motion.
So moved. Second.
Is that you, Mr. Mann? Mr. Woods first, Mr. Fitzgerald the second. Roll call.
Mr. Benjamin.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald. Mr. McLean,
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Next is the caucus meeting from February 24th, 2025. Everyone was here to vote on these. I have a motion.
Moved. Second.
Mr. Woods the first, Mr. Fitzgerald the second. Roll call.
Mr. Benjamin.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald. Mr. McLean,
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right. Next item on the agenda is engineer's release. How are you this evening?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Council. Doing well. A couple of updates on the engineer's report. Checked the PMRI system earlier today, and we are in the final approval stages of getting reimbursement for fiscal year 2023. I think we need 2 more signatures on that. No, it's PMRS side, it's the DOT side. The director and the secretary at the side there. We're up to date. I've provided a proposal for phase 2 of the Somerset Avenue resurfacing. Along with that, we've already started some surveys of the suggestions for the next sets of streets to be done. We have completed the maintenance of the Canada pump station. On Thursday morning, we have a virtual meeting with our HUD representative, discuss the multi-use trail. And Friday, we have a survey scheduled to review the easement description for 45 West Chestnut.
Related, unrelated, you had put a plan together for, collapsible bollards, or
Yes.
movable bollards. And I spoke with Chief Patty, because I feel like the ones that proposed, really don't provide any safety for anybody who's in that area. And I don't know if there's a more robust bollard system that is removable, that we could maybe look into.
There is. Okay. We can provide some.
I know that was an easy, cheap option, but I don't want to, I guess, but we can consider it. But if you could give me some of those other options, I think.
Is the preference to have a removable bollard or just a bollard that is, that will, on a spring, that will collapse if there's.
I would refer to Chief Patty on that issue related to policy.
Well, I'll provide these.
Yeah, okay, great, thank you. Any other questions? Mr. Lewis? All right, thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Any correspondence?
No.
Okay. Correspondence, council reports. Mr. Lewis, okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Quick updates from Shade Tree, which will be meeting this Thursday. We received notification from the state that we are accredited for the fire in the coming year. And additionally, we received notification that our Tree City USA application is under review. The first part of that was to receive that accreditation. And now the organization that issues the certification has to review what the state's approved and the final application, which I imagine will receive sometime in the coming month. And that is all I have. I'm happy to answer any questions.
So would you contact the fire so much?
What one?
One.
One.
I'll follow you.
Yeah, I don't recall the guy. I receive a lot.
Okay,
I'll response.
She said she spoke with you.
It's not something that we've received in the past week, but
Okay.
I can't say off the top of my head.
Thank you. Other questions? Okay, Mr. Benjamin.
Thank you. So the fourth report for the month of March, $3,500 cents turned over. 257 cases added, 187 disposed, and 2 virtual sessions for diversity committee. We're welcoming Women's History Month this month with a speaker at the library on March 24th, 5:30. The next quarterly meeting is scheduled for April 15th. They did finalize their mission statement and their calendar of events. Not sure if copies are here tonight, but feel free to take a look, see if you can touch on anything, but they did finalize that. Last senior committee had an initial meeting with a resident from the Borough who's interested in working with setting up the senior committee. I have a call set tomorrow with the county. The split services are available, and I would like to put the word out there for membership for the committee. So that's what I got.
All right. Great. Would this individual be the senior citizen liaison? Good point.
A gentleman by the name of Andrew Carroll. I believe he's working with the health commission, the health Yes, yes.
Good. Good. All right. We'll touch base, because we have not.
Wow,
It's been, it was Henry,
this one for what?
it was Henry Cable was last time.
That was in-
Senior citizen.
I don't even know.
He has not been alive for a few years, so anyway. Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Fitzgerald.
Thank you, Your Honor. Start with Board of Ed. The last meeting was held on February 3rd. Next meeting is slated for March 17th. As of yet, there's still no indication of the search having begun to replace Mr. Strong. They have 3.5 months to go. From the communications end, the new website is almost complete. They did set up a temporary site for us to go and take a look at. It's looking good. They're still just in the process of porting over the last of the information that needed to be taken from what was left over from the old site and moving over to the new one. And once that's all completed, it should be back up and running full time. Department of Health met on February 13th. Next meeting will be March 13th. The Department of Health was happy to report that through the New Jersey Healthcare Quality Institute, the Borough of Burcheville was listed as a healthy town up and coming 2024 under the Mayor's Wellness Campaign. So thank you to everybody involved with that. That's a lot of work, just kind of letting that organization be aware of all the different things that are going on in the borough to gain its point towards that accreditation. And also, as Councilman Benjamin noted, he's been in contact with Andrew Farrell, who's been a member of the Board of Health for a while. OEM. So we met on February 20th. Two main points of focus, and the mayor kind of touched on one of them briefly with our engineer, was crowd control issues. Chief Gracia had stopped in to speak with those two, with incidences of cars driving into parade routes and other issues that have been coming up locally within some of our neighboring towns. I asked Chief Gracia and Lieutenant Calloway if there's been any updates or pieces of advice that have been passed down through the Chiefs Association or any other to help with crowd control issues. They're staying in contact with them and doing the best they can in terms of the events that we're holding to keep them safe, looking into things like bollards. During the last event that we had at the Triangle, we blocked off the entranceways with police cars. They're going to continue on taking that stance until further advice and recommendations or material can be made available to make sure that all events are controlled to the best of their ability. We also spoke briefly on the focus through the year. We're going to be looking at potentially procuring a generator for the police station / Borough Hall. We're going to be looking for grant opportunities through Homeland Security, through FEMA, as long as that may be available. And also with, I know it's a few months off, but the planning's already begun. It was brought to my attention that this was with the Halloween passed in 2024. This was the second time now that large crowds have gathered at the end of the Halloween festivities taking place, and that some issues had arisen as a result of that. It was the recommendation of Lieutenant Calloway and Chief Gracia to see us try to pull back the end time for Halloween trick-or-treating to 6 p.m. from the 8 p.m. time, just to try to assist in dispersing those crowds and creating a safer environment downtown as a result. This professional meeting was held on February 12th. Mayor Brennan was in attendance. Thank you from the group for that to do Q&A. Just went over some questions about different things going on in the borough. Welcome to new business cheesesteaks over at the Circle. They've been doing phenomenal business as far as everything their social media has been putting out there. I think they say they sold 600 cheesesteaks in one day and 600 pounds of wings. So let's hope that maintains. And also was noted that one of the avenues of advertisement, we all remember the Pennsylvania newspaper that is delivered throughout the borough. It has been absorbed into the township of Pennsylvania, where before it was something of an independent paper, and as a result, they've kind of lost that as an advertising avenue. So we're going to be looking between borough and maybe some other entities to see if there might be some other type of publishing avenue, or to see if there might be some route towards working with Pennsauken to get that advertising back. That is all I have for this.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fitzgerald. The only question I have is, if we have anything, the school been working on their budget, early, any early returns of that, receiving additional state aid this year?
Nothing, especially since the announcement of state aid, and a lot of hoping to bring that up into even this
We
week.
have additional state aid, something.
Yes, it's quite substantial, yeah, so yes, it will be brought up.
Okay, well, hopefully we can find a way to have full day preschool. Full day preschool for all.
My preschool will enjoy that.
I'm pretty certain that's an issue Governor Murphy pushing and,
To their credit, I know that the full day preschool has been something they've been discussing. It's been one of those things that's been in the background discussions over, I've said, the past 3 meetings that I've attended. Nothing concrete is done yet, maybe that'll change, but you see it.
make it doubtful. But, and that's not, because you can't run on $30,000 a year. It's, you know, to the extent that you have conversations, what I would suggest is put a strong policy for borough and for attracting families to our community to be on the leading edge of providing full day preschool.
Absolutely.
Even half day now is great, and it's something that a lot of communities don't have, but I don't want to be on the other side, you know, where we don't have full day and everybody else does. That's a determining factor for a lot of families that are looking for somewhere. So,
It will be brought up.
just in the past. Okay, great. Any other questions from Mr. Fitzgerald? Okay. Mr. Wood?
Thank you, Your Honor. Merchantville Police for the month of February responded to 1,031 calls of service, which includes 131 positive engagements with members of the community. They conducted 181 traffic stops. There was 106 incidents involving parking enforcement, 10 arrests, and 3 WI arrests in the month of February. The police department continues to have strategic traffic enforcement in the area of Chestnut and Center Street. They were through the month of January and through the month of February. They've had 227 proactive enforcements and no observable violations reported by Lieutenant Klein during that tenure. They will continue to have mandatory enforcement deployments on a rotating basis in March and months thereafter. And then just the last thing mentioned, I did bring it up last month, but regarding Detective Borough, we'll be pursuing a new opportunity with the Camden County Prosecutor's Office. We do have 3 applicants for a replacement that Lieutenant Calloway is conducting background checks. We're certainly happy to be sworn in Officer Bradley Moore this evening. He started his training, on-street training with Lieutenant Klein. But once Detective Morone leaves, we will still have what the chief is considering a critical staff level. So we will have to address bringing on training of other law enforcement and drugs lead officer, and also understanding how to address those cases, those situations that require response to that. So again, it will be critical, but hopefully something works out well. The 3 candidates being reviewed at this time. That's all I have at this particular moment. Questions?
It's great news to hear we got at least 3.
Pretty good.
That's very good compared to the last one.
Correct. Yes. Very good. I don't have any, I know Council Pro with us. One of the final budget meetings tomorrow. The schedule should have been sent to everybody. I know. Have you received the schedule?
Yeah.
Okay. You're looking good.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know Ray, you got the schedule today. So, you know, Council understanding. What we got there. That's the correct.
Yeah.
Kind of dinner.
He is busy celebrating AJ's birthday, that's right. Okay, clerk's report.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just wanted to remind everyone that the committee volunteer night will be on March 19th at the community center. I hope you can join us. If you have questions about that, just let me know, or you can ask Rebecca. The egg hunt is scheduled for April 12th. And a reminder that Bob is retiring and that we will be having a lunch at the Monkey at 12 o'clock, 12:15 on Friday, from the 8th to the 10th. This one.
All right, thank you very much. Questions? All right. Community development report, grand opening for cheesesteaks. Can't get in there, it's 45-minute wait. It's delicious. I had it already. It is delicious. I told Rebecca so other space when they inevitably they get out of that space because it's not enough room. So, anticipating that already. CFO report, budget meetings tomorrow. Old business, nothing. New business, we have 4 approved facilities. We can move all of those at the same time. The council is okay with same time. These are events that add tradition. Correct. Are you okay with that, Mr.
I'm fine with that. Trying to drive them all off there.
Yeah, just for the rush.
Yeah, so the first event is St. Peter's. It's for their field day, the Spirit Day, which will be May 28th, here at 12 Park, for the day. Expect about 200 students, faculty, practice there at that particular events. Right before that, St. Peter's also asked for their annual tradition of the Grace for Dedication, like that, right behind St. Peter's. This will be on May 23rd, 7 a.m. down, smaller crowd size, 7 individuals. And then we have 2 regards to the Market Off Center. The first one is for the usual First Fridays. Thank you so much. The first Friday in May through October, except for July will be the second Friday. Friday. And then last but not least, they have one other special market for the holiday season. That's Saturday, November 5th. Yes, I remember.
Awesome. Council, anyone have a problem with any of those? Okay. So Mr. McClellan, make the motion to move those. Right, second. Mr. Fitzgerald, all in favor? Opposed? Thank you very much. Good.
Thank you.
Okay, council, we have 3 residents. Read by consent agenda. Does anyone have any of these that they would like to consider separate? Seeing none, I'll read them into the record and then we'll resolution 2538, changes to the personnel manual, resolution 2539, shared service for tax department, resolution 2540, shared service for CFO. So moved. Second. Mr. Woods with the first, Mr. Fitzgerald with the second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Benjamin?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald? Mr. McGlynn?
Yes.
Yes. Just, by way of update on tax collector position, our tax collector has provided she's leaving at the end of April for a mistakes. Before the tax sale. But I am working with some other doctors trying to get tax shares or something. So we're in that process. All right. Financial reports, payment of bills.
This one, I'd like to make a motion for R25-1, authorizing the treasurer to pay bills totaling $601,801.46.
Mr. McClellan makes a motion. Second. Mr. Woods with the second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Benjamin?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald? Mr. McGlynn?
Yes.
Mr. Woods?
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
Any announcements? Other than, I think that. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all who celebrate responsibly. Anything else for the order? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Woods and Joe with the second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Thank you very much, council. Adjourned. Ron, thank you so much. Okay, it's good. Yeah, I'm so hoping. Oh, you were saying some trying to read, but that's a little shit. Something. I understand. We'll take a look at well tested. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. To me, it sounds a lot like you. There's a whole movie waiting for all. Came home on car, like how much we found. Yeah. So anyway, all good. We'll get our eyes. Our correspondence. Right?
You can say clerk at Merchantville, engineer, stop.
On the street. You're probably 87. Thanks very much. Rough hands.
Oh, yeah.